Join the learning process.
And watch Bella and I play a game of hot or not with these supposedly spicy nuggets.
How much information is too much information in a relationship? Find out what our hosts would tell their partners today on The College Voice. Hello, everyone. How are we feeling on this Friday?
It's chilly out.
I know, it
Pretty good.
finally.
You
I'm
guys
ready.
like it?
Yes, because
I
I've been
love
ready
it.
for the spooky season.
Yes.
Feeling,
for
because it's
sure.
been like 70 degrees out
Yeah.
every day. I'm
But
like,
guess what's
I
coming
know.
next?
Snow. Yeah, that's gonna
Thank
be a
you,
fun one.
Anna.
It'll be a new experience for me, like the new cold snow because we're up by the water. That's what
It's
my
not
mom always
fun.
says. I don't think it will be fun. It's not fun, and it'll be fine. But today's a no bones day, so.
What is that?
I don't know what that
no
is.
bones day.
The
It's the dog
pug.
on TikTok that wakes up every day deciding if it has bones or not, and if it determines if it does or not, it's your day. So.
Oh, good to know. I don't know about you all, but fall is a season that always makes me feel nostalgic. I start craving the ability to go back to Halloween past, trick-or-treating with my little brother and friends, and dressing up in my costume for school. Autumn always brings along its charms and magic, and I know this was true for many of us in years past. I'm ready for a story time with our hosts. So what are your favorite Halloween memories from the past, and what makes them nostalgic for you? Katie?
Ooh, okay. This is embarrassing, but my birthday is October 25th, so it always falls around like that Halloween time period. So my mom would be like, Katie, I have this great idea for your birthday party. Everyone's just gonna come trick-or-treating with you. And so like that was my birthday party, was a group of us would go trick-or-treating together and then like come back to my house and eat cake.
Oh, wait, every year?
Hey.
Yeah, like I did that like religiously
That's
when I
really
was little.
That sounds
Like
fun.
kind of weird, but it was fun.
Oh, why would, that's not embarrassing at
Why
all.
is
I
that
think that's
embarrassing?
so cute. You had like a neighborhood little trick-or-treating
Neighborhood
party. That's so
Yeah.
cute.
One of my favorite memories from Halloween for me is my dad always decorated our lawn for Halloween with like these spooky decorations and everything. And
One
as I
of
got
those.
yes, we are definitely a Halloween family. And as I got older, I got to help him like build the stuff for it, and it's been pretty fun. So yeah, that's something I look forward to every year for Halloween.
I love like haunted trails and haunted houses so much. They are so
Mhm.
fun. I feel like people either love them or they hate them.
That's true.
And
That's
it's like
true.
I have such a hard time finding people that love them.
I do. I'll go with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can go, and I'm gonna sit right here on this couch, just being nostalgic for everything else because I hate haunted things.
Really?
Oh, I cannot. I've never been to a haunted house. I have no desire to go.
That would be
to
so
one.
Oh my
fun.
God.
Like
Oh.
people that don't like it are the ones that make it fun.
Yeah.
No, that's facts, because they're so scared. They're like, oh my God.
Yeah, so you guys want me to be traumatized so you can laugh and have a great
Pretty
time.
much,
A funny
Actually.
memory of mine from a haunted house is we decided a group of my friends were all going to go. I was so excited. They were all so excited. We walked 5 steps in, and like all of them chicken out besides me. And I was getting so angry. This is like 5th grade. I got so angry at my friends because like my mom was with us because we were only in 5th grade. So we all had to turn around and go back. And I was so mad. We sat at the beginning of the trail for 10 minutes, and the lady that was waiting for us like knew our names, and that was they were like, Anna, come here. And that just infuriates me to this day. I will never forget that.
Anna
moment.
said, your days on the playground are numbered. She was not happy.
I was not happy, and my friends knew it too.
Oh, I was talking to one of my roommates, and she loves the spooky, scary stuff.
Yeah.
So she'll go to any haunted house, but she was telling me how she went to this haunted house where she had to sign a waiver where like the people like were able to like touch her hair or just like get up in her face. Like she had to sign a waiver for that, and she was like, it was so fun, I want to go back. She said they were like screaming at her, pulling her hair. I was like, why would you want that?
Heck no.
Like I
Yeah.
could never. But I mean, in better terms. One of my favorite Halloween memories is when I was little, I would always go trick-or-treating with my brother, and just all the little pictures of us in our costumes. Like one year I was a character from Monster High, and he was like Buzz Lightyear and Woody. Like every time I see those pictures, I just want to cry. And like after trick-or-treating, I would come home with like my next door neighbor, and we would hide out in our like play sets in our backyard and just divide up all our candy and just do that haul. Like I don't know, just this time of year always has such a nostalgic feeling for me, and it makes me think of the Scholastic Book Fair when we were little. Do you guys remember
With
that?
the Mensols.
Yeah. Yes.
Those were the best.
The
Wait,
book.
did those happen in October?
I don't know.
I feel like
I
they
just know
did.
that they happened, and I loved it.
I don't know when they would happen. I just know they'd send out those catalogs to be like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of people are now interested in true crime, so something spooky that I've noticed has become so popular is true crime. So think about all the true crime documentaries and podcasts that have come out, or even Criminal Minds. I do believe they are entertaining, but is it actually good for society? Are we just giving bad people ideas?
Fair.
Or are we making a devastating story entertaining to make a film industry money?
Also, what do we think about turning these true deadly stories into entertainment? Are we taking focus off the victim and glorifying the killer? What are everyone's thoughts?
This one's so tough for me because I feel like I love this stuff, but then I'm like, is this like ethically correct?
Right. Ryan, what do you think? You just joined us for this one, so you got to tell us. What do you think?
I think they definitely like to romanticize all of them. Definitely getting like people like Ross Lynch and like Zac Efron to play these like new like serial killers.
Yeah.
I feel like they sexualize them now, and like
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I love true crime and like how it is, but I'm not sure how I feel about them like sexualizing and making people honestly be like, oh, I want someone to pull a knife on me. Like I don't, you know.
That's so true. I never even like thought about that, but now that you
No,
say it, I
yeah.
do realize like it is like
They're
kinda,
making it like,
right.
yeah, that's kind of weird. I was kind of thinking more along the lines of like Criminal Minds and stuff. Like that is crazy because like, I mean, not all of it's true, obviously, and it's like somebody actually thinking of these like ideas.
Yeah.
Is that giving like people ideas?
That's true. You know, like I have recently been binge watching Law and Order SVU. That show has been on for years. I think it's like on their 25th season. There's like over 500 episodes. That's 500 different ways for somebody to think of something.
Yes.
Like that's insane.
So
Never
I
thought about it.
wonder if killers like actually watch these shows.
No,
They
that's what I
might.
want to know.
That's
Yeah.
my new job. I'm
Yeah.
gonna find that out for all of you guys.
I know. I'm like an insane Criminal Minds fan. Like I watch it every night with my roommate, and sometimes I start thinking about it, and I'm like, the fact that there was someone writing this out that came up with these ideas terrifies me because
That person's powerful.
No, exactly, and I definitely think it's giving like bad people bad ideas.
What about like in the moment, like the whole Gabby Petito thing is like blown up and stuff? I think partially because of TikTok and people are uncovering stuff from TikTok. So I do think that's a good resource. But I think it started to get to the point where people like actually just stopped caring and wanted to know like
Yeah.
so bad they didn't even like care that it was something that actually happened. Like it became entertainment for them.
Right.
So like what do you guys think about that?
I definitely think that, you know, the whole thing of TikTok, like the detectives on TikTok, while it makes sense and it's something fun, it's like, I feel like sometimes that can be a little much. You know, I think it started in quarantine with like the whole Tiger King scandal on if Carol Baskin killed her husband and all that stuff. And now we're going into like this like real case with Gabby Petito. It's like, is this too much? Are we taking too much of this case for ourselves
Yeah.
and being like, well, I solved the case, but like, you thought of something else that someone else came up with, you know?
Yeah.
Which I do think it leads to like good ideas and things that maybe other people didn't think about, I guess.
Right.
But it's like, do we actually care that this is like somebody died and these
Right.
families are actually being affected and we're making it entertainment?
Right.
Because you know a documentary is going to come out about
Absolutely.
this.
Oh right.
I mean, even with the whole Doug the Bounty Hunter thing, where he was like, "I'm gonna find Brian Laundrie." What? That man has not been on TV in a hot minute, and then he just showed up out of nowhere and was like, "I'm gonna find him."
yeah.
Like,
Do you guys watch like the documentaries and stuff on like the true crime and that?
I do. Do you, Ryan?
I
I've
do.
watched a few because I have like all these weird like little tidbits I know about like serial
Yeah.
killers. Because like all the time I'll be like, I have a tattoo, so Jeffrey Dahmer won't eat me, like stuff like that. Just from these documentaries that I watched.
Yeah.
So I just like know these little tidbits of stuff.
Right. I
What
know.
made me think about the documentary is the American Murder Next Door.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that guy? Well, I just know that they're going to come out with something similar. On
Yeah,
this whole,
absolutely.
So it's like, is it right for them to make money off of someone's
Right.
murder?
Yeah.
Because it entertains us?
As much as I do like watching them, I do think there is sometimes a line that like is being crossed. Especially also look at like the Britney Spears stuff. There has been like already 3 different documentaries about that whole case. And it's like, this is one person. Let her live her life. That's all she wanted. Now that it's happening, let her live her life. So if it's the same thing, maybe just like step back from the whole documentary thing. That's what I just say.
Right. So after the break, we'll be back to discuss the significance of mental health days.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced House Hunter. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Well, as a full-time college student living in an ever-so-changing world with the idea of being all on our own as an adult on the horizon, it can be hard to get up in the morning and go straight to class.
Schools are implementing mental health days, but it seems that some students are using these mental health days to not go to class because they don't want to. So do you guys think people are abusing these mental health days, and should there be more rules on them? Let's talk about it.
So I had mental health days in my high school, and I definitely knew people who were saying, oh, I need a mental health day, but it was really just, they just didn't want to come to school. And it was after a while that I noticed they were actually getting consequences, but they weren't like hard consequences.
Right.
So what do you guys think?
I think it's really frustrating because it's going to like actually, it's more going to impact the people who actually need the days.
Yeah.
Because they're going to just take them away because they're not being used correctly,
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, this is an interesting concept for me because I never had mental health days in high school, and really don't have them in college either. So like it's kind of just a foreign concept to me, and I don't really know how to feel about it. Like I really like the idea of giving students a mental health day because we all get so overwhelmed and stressed all the time.
But it's not like the workload's gonna just stop.
Right, exactly. And I was going to get to that. Like, one of my professors that I love, a few weeks ago, she was like, okay, we're not having class Thursday, like, take a mental health day. But it's like, okay, I still have my 2 other classes that day, so it's not really doing anything for me. It's not refreshing me in any way.
Yeah.
I still have homework to do. So, like, I don't know. And I know I have friends at another university that get mental health days, but they're just scattered throughout the semester. And I feel like they don't really do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, and it's hard for, like, the people that actually do need them. I feel like there should be a better system for implementing them. Like, if
Absolutely.
you're giving someone a mental health day, then there should be an expectation that they don't have to do, like, work. Like, they can actually rest.
Yeah. Yeah, you bring up a good point there with talking about, like the difference between a high school mental health day and a college mental health day, because
Right.
for some of us as college students, we just don't go to class.
Yeah.
Like, that could happen. And also sometimes classes are canceled. You don't have that in high school. Something that I remember when I was talking about mental health days with a teacher once was that it's appropriate to have mental health days, and it's very important, but what's not appropriate and we should think about is mental health weeks. And turning those days into weeks. And I think that's something that is like very prominent to talk about. Is it is important to have these mental health days, and you should take care of yourselves. But having full weeks and just like using those over and over again is starting to be an excuse just to not show up to school. Let me ask though, what would you guys do if you had your mental health day? How would you take that day off, and how would you spend it, like actually making sure you were enjoying your mental health day and using it beneficially?
Are we talking like would it be for everyone or just for me?
Just like you, like what would you do for your mental health
I
day?
would not be able to because I have severe FOMO, so I could not just miss class and just sit there. Like
That's
I've thought
fair.
about like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so tired, I should just, but like I just have FOMO, fear
Yeah.
of missing out, in case you don't know.
Yeah.
Missing out.
But like I just personally, I can't, like I just cannot afford to like miss a day of class. Even if we didn't do anything, I at least know, like personally, I did not miss anything, so I can't take
Yeah.
one.
That's a good point, and I think that's like a really common thing like in our generation is it's so hard for us to slow down and not do anything and not distract ourselves in some way. I feel like it's such a big problem, and I deal with that too. Like sometimes I get so tired I don't feel like doing anything, but I have such a hard time just letting myself relax. I always feel like I have to be doing something. So if I were to genuinely put all my effort into taking a mental health day, not doing work, I would sleep in, I would make myself a cup of coffee or tea, and just like lay in bed. I'd probably
Yeah.
be on my
Yeah.
phone or read a book or
I don't
something.
even like laying in bed all day, so it's
I
just
don't
not for
either.
me.
That's fair.
I mean,
That's
I don't
fair.
do it, but I feel like I should do it if I'm gonna have a mental health day.
Yeah, I think I would spend it doing like little things that I know I can change
For
to make a bigger
sure.
impact. You know, like writing in a planner. Because if I'm stressed about classes, like, hey, then let's write down what I need to do for these classes.
stresses me
Right.
out more.
Or like, you know, if I like my room isn't clean, let's spend the day cleaning my room so that way I'm making a goal to like know that I'm getting up every day and I have a clean room and I don't have to worry about it and
Right.
all that.
Yeah,
Stuff
I
like
think
that.
I think I'm with Bella on this one. I would definitely be sleeping in, taking my time. But the thing with mental health days is that everyone's looks different.
Yeah.
So some people, like their mental health day could be going out to the mall and going shopping, like
That's
a little
fair.
shop therapy,
That's fair, yeah.
and like getting out of the house, getting out of their head. For me, I like to just relax, and honestly, I'd catch up on homework. I know technically it's like to get out of school and take a break, but for me that would cause me to be less stressed if I know I have more of my stuff done.
Yeah.
So that's how I would definitely spend my mental health day.
Yeah, I think that's what the schools want us to do. You know, obviously we as like the students know that mental health days is for us to like get back into our groove, but for the schools
Right.
it's like this is your time to catch up if you're behind, so you're not stressing out anymore.
Right.
Things like that, you know?
Yeah.
So, how much information should you share with your partner? Find out when the College Voice returns after the break.
There was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Your favorite weekly music show just got even better. We are now online serving all the needs of your favorite music media. You can check out our site for editorials and reviews from our writing staff featuring headline news and stellar illustrations from our design team. In the mood for your favorite artists? Check out links to our past episodes on this new and brilliant site. We are now one click away at KentCoreTV2.com. We are Kent Core. We are music-driven media.
I don't know about you all, but I tell my best friend everything, my good, my bad, my ugly. However, I'm not so sure I would be willing to share my deepest and darkest secrets with my significant other. It's one thing to tell the person you're involved with the important things they should know in order to keep the relationship strong, but how much information is too much information when it comes to the person you're dating?
Hi, Chloe.
Yes, welcome, Chloe.
So why don't you go ahead and start off by how you feel?
Well, okay, so I tend to blab a lot. And when I'm nervous, especially with somebody that I have feelings for, I kind of just talk and ramble. So I feel like on accident, I kind of overshare about my life. But I try to make sure that it's not about like my family's past or things that I know I'm insecure about. So I'll just talk about my friends and like the fun things in life, just to build up that like nice relationship before I actually unpack all of the baggage, if you know what I mean. What do you guys think?
I'm an open book, so it
Yeah.
doesn't take much for me to overshare. But like, I feel like it's not always viewed as a bad thing depending on what you're sharing, I guess, because
Right.
people like that and that makes them feel like more comfortable with you
Yes,
because
for
they're like,
sure.
oh, you're sharing this. Maybe now, like,
At
I'll
least to
share.
them opening up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Chloe on this one and you as well. Like, It's just when I get nervous too, I just talk, and by the end of like the first few times we're hanging out, I'm like, I swear this person already knows everything about me. And I don't even think it's a bad thing. I don't know. I think it's kind of nice when people are open about it and you don't have to break down all their barriers to find out who they are.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I just think when you share, like, allows the other person to share something, depending on, I mean, you can make it as much or as little as you want, but
Yeah.
I mean, I do think there is a time when it comes to oversharing. Like, if you're like getting super personal and like trying to like get super personal with them, I think that can get a little weird.
I think it definitely counts like how long you've been together too, because obviously the first date, I don't want to be trauma dumping on you, but like that is definitely something that I think later on down, like where you've been dating for a while, that's something I want you to know. But like, you know, first date, I don't want to be like, well, let me tell you.
Well, let me tell you.
Because then you scare them away, but you want to be honest with them, you know?
Exactly.
I mean, in the end, like your significant other, like if that's who you're gonna be with for the rest of your life, that should turn into your best friend. You know, I mean, you can always still have like your girl or guy best friend, whatever. But like in the end, like you should be comfortable telling your significant other anything, or else like you probably shouldn't be with them for the rest of your life.
I mean, people always say relationships are built on like honesty and trust. So
Right.
And I kind of get a gut thing. I don't know about you guys, but I can like feel in my gut if I'm comfortable with somebody. And that's how I know that if I am able to talk to them and have good conversation, then I feel secure and I can like tell them about my life.
I get that too.
But you can also feel it out too and like see how much they tell you and then like kind of do it like that.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah,
I
For
think.
sure.
For sure.
Like, don't just rely on them and don't just have them rely completely on you, because I think that's when it becomes problematic.
Right, exactly.
But I definitely think, like, you should be able to be comfortable sharing at a certain point. Like, they should become your, like, person.
Your best friend.
Yeah.
Like your best friend will turn into your significant other and stuff. So.
Which I don't agree with when people completely ditch their friends when they get in a relationship.
Right,
That's a whole other
right.
conversation. But I do think that it is important to be comfortable with your significant other, and that does take time.
And do you guys think that like people, if you're friends with somebody and then it turns into a relationship, that's better than just like getting into a relationship with somebody that you don't know and like going on little dates and then be like, oh, I like you? Or do you think it should build up with like a friendship? What do you guys think?
I think it should definitely start with a friendship. Like, I think that's the best way that relationships start, because you start off with just simply getting to know each other and it's like the feelings aren't there yet. I feel like that creates a really strong bond later on because you already know the person a little deeper, and then it's also easier to open up with each other, like when you become romantic too.
What about someone that you've been friends with for like a long time? Like, I feel like that's really risky because like you both are gonna take the risk. Like, are you willing to like ruin our friendship?
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, that can get tricky.
Well, Bella and I are not gonna go shoot for Taste Test Tuesday this week. We tried Burger King. I know Burger King has a bad rep, but don't lose hope yet. We ordered the new Ghost Pepper Chicken Nuggets. Are they hot or are they not? Check it out. Test Tuesday viewers, today we are here with the Burger King Ghost Pepper Chicken Nuggets.
Time for Halloween. Don't fear the heat.
I feel like they are gonna be gross and not that hot.
I feel like it's mostly gonna be breading. I feel like the chicken is not gonna, it's not gonna be like tender.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna take up a lot of the volume. I feel like it's mostly gonna be breading and it's gonna taste like stale.
Second of all, Burger King is sick.
Sick.
What is sick? Not good. Not good.
I don't mind Burger King. I just feel like whenever I've gotten chicken nuggets from any fast food place recently besides Cane's, that they've just been like just breading and stale, like not good at all. So I feel like this is gonna be the same thing.
Like even the ranch looks
sick. The ranch looks vintage. But yeah, I feel like the heat's not gonna be. I feel like the heat's not gonna be super intense.
It has like, I can see seeds on the nugget.
Well, yeah, no, it typically has like seasoning on it.
Doesn't smell hot, really. I mean, it's a reddish tint, but
it looks okay. I mean, it's kind of thin, which I expected.
I don't feel any heat. Okay. And all in the back of the throat. Whew. It's not excruciating.
You just kind of feel it on the sides. It tastes exactly like Wendy's spicy chicken nuggets.
Not even comparable to
What?
Wendy's. Okay, ranch.
I think it tastes exactly like Wendy's.
The heat does not. It's so in the back of your throat. Like, it feels like your throat is expanding.
Mine really isn't. Like I feel some heat, yeah, in the back of my throat, but it's not intense at all. Like I can just like eat these like chips.
The ranch does mesh well with the flavor of the nugget. And I'm surprised for Burger King. It's pretty good. Could be I don't want it any more spicy, but if someone says ghost pepper, like it
I'm
should
thinking
be
it's gonna be hot. Yeah. And they're a little more tender and juicier than I thought they would be, so that's good. That's a plus. But it is thin, you can see.
But
Juicier and tendier than I thought, which is a plus. We don't want no stale nuggets around here.
overall, they're pretty good, honestly. I would not get them because I don't really prefer the heat. When I want a nugget, I want to enjoy it.
Do you fear the heat?
I kind of, because my throat feels like it's kind of closing a little bit. It's not on your tongue at all.
No.
It's literally only in the back.
That's really true.
This exceeded my expectations.
It did.
$1.49?
Oh, yeah.
The water does take the heat away immediately. It's weird.
And see, that's how you know it's not super hot, because, like, true hotness doesn't go away that fast.
And you know how I am.
Our viewers have seen us, when we ate hot jelly beans, our viewers have seen us handle the heat.
Give the nuggets a 7.5 out of 10.
I give them a 7 out of 10. Well, don't worry about us ghosting you, because we'll see you next week. Bye!
Did handle the heat, but wasn't really heat.
Not really. Kind of went away pretty fast with that water, but you were like several times throughout the video, you're like,
Yeah, just tingling the back of your throat. So, do you guys like spicy nuggets?
I love spicy
I
chicken
love
nuggets.
spicy food, so yes,
Yes.
I want to try
you guys
this.
would
They're my
probably
favorite.
like it, but then you'd also probably be disappointed because when you hear ghost pepper, you think.
Yeah.
You think
You
spice
think.
spice.
Yeah, yeah.
scary,
Yeah.
hotness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like
you're
that,
not
the
gonna
one
recover
chip
from.
challenge.
What?
Have you guys
One
ever done
chip
that? You guys have never
challenge?
done that?
No.
It's like a chip that has like ghost pepper seasoning on it, and it's bad. It's like really bad.
Wait, no, I've had those before. My friend Cassandra always used to buy these like ghost pepper chips, and I would eat them because I love spicy things, and I would just drink like a jug of almond milk as I'm eating them
Yeah,
because they were so spicy.
they burn. So
I mean, just think about it. We were too scared to eat the ghost pepper jelly beans, so.
Oh yeah, that's what I said during the episode. Like our longtime viewers have seen us eat hot jelly beans, and that was the hardest episode of Taste Test
Yeah.
Tuesday we've ever gone through. Like our mouths literally hurt
It was
so
terrible.
bad, and it didn't go away with water. It didn't go away with
Yeah.
making gum. It didn't go away with the popsicle. It just stayed there.
Yeah, it was bad. Do not buy the Bean Boozled. diet.
No.
You can go back to our old episodes and watch Alencia almost choke on camera.
Yeah, we brought in a
Don't call her
hot
out when
jelly
she's not
bean.
here.
Yeah.
We brought in a hot jelly bean for Alencia to try live, and it was not good. So
Oh my
on a
gosh.
scale of not hot to like our hot jelly bean challenge, these nuggets were definitely on the lower
4,
side.
probably.
dang, that's
You think
surprising.
lower?
I just think it was spicy when
Yeah,
we
that
were
is
like eating it, but it went away super fast. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, to me, they tasted very similar to the Wendy's chicken
Yeah,
nuggets.
okay, I wanted to ask you about that. Those ones are so good.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for joining us today.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The College Voice, and to follow us on Instagram at @thecollegevoice_KSU. But TV2 is not finished yet.
Stick around for an upcoming episode of Ken Core tonight at 8 p.m. For all of your local news, stay tuned for TV2 Newscast at 6 p.m. We'll see you all next week.
after you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.